This is the story of the signal that came from beyond existence, from a universe long dead, still calling our name. I was 12 when the stars went silent. Every observatory across the world stopped hearing the soft cosmic hum that had been echoing since the dawn of time. The universe, once alive with radiation and whispers from deep space, had gone mute. I didn't understand it then, but my father, one of Earth's leading radio astronomers, stared at his instruments like they were tombstones. The silence lasted for days. Scientists called it the cosmic drop. Then one night, the silence broke. A pulse, faint and deliberate, trembled through every receiver on Earth. 3 notes, a pause, 3 more. My father played it over and over, his hands shaking. "It's not random," he whispered. "Someone's trying to talk." We listened for hours, the signal growing clearer each night. Then suddenly, it stopped. Like whoever was speaking had realized they'd been heard. My father never slept after that. He said the sound had changed him. 20 years later, I took his place. Now, I lead Project Echo, humanity's attempt to answer that message from the dark. But every night, when the static hums through the speakers, I feel something watching, something older than stars. And I wonder if the silence was a warning, not an invitation. The array hung high above Earth, a shining metal moon wrapped in mirrors and light. It was humanity's greatest creation, an observatory that could hear the faintest whispers across galaxies. We called it the Sky Ear. Inside, corridors glowed softly, filled with scientists who, like me, had grown up chasing that mysterious signal. Each of us carried the same obsession. The same haunting melody burned into our memories. Our artificial intelligence, Astra, decoded part of the ancient pulse. "The pattern suggests coordinates," she said, her voice smooth and almost human. But when we mapped them, they pointed toward emptiness. No stars, no light, not even radiation, just a void deeper than any black hole. "It can't be real," I muttered. Astra paused. "The signal originates outside measurable space," she said. "Not from within this universe." Her eyes, projected in blue light, met mine. "Commander, the sender exists in a place that should not exist." For a moment, the entire control deck fell silent. A place beyond the universe. The concept was madness. But as I stared into that black expanse through the array's viewing dome, I couldn't shake the feeling that something out there was staring back, waiting for us to answer. We sent the first probe across the void, a small craft coated in energy-resistant alloy and filled with sensors. It vanished the instant it entered the coordinates. No explosion, no signal, nothing. But a few seconds before disappearing, it transmitted one final file. Not data, not light. Music. Faint, slow, almost human. Every time we replayed it, the song changed. New notes, different harmonies. As though something on the other side was learning from us. Crew members began reporting strange dreams. They said they heard the same melody in their sleep, whispering like lullabies from the stars. One technician swore he saw faces in the dark glass of the observatory. Human faces flickering like reflections in water. Fear spread through the crew, but curiosity was stronger. I couldn't resist. Against orders, I authorized a manned mission. A shuttle. 4 of us would cross the rift. "Commander," Astra asked, "do you believe it's safe?" I hesitated. "No," I admitted. But humanity was never built for safety. The engines roared to life, and we aimed for the impossible. As the stars stretched into ribbons of light, I whispered to myself, "If something out there is calling, then someone must answer." Crossing the rift was like falling through lightning. The universe bent, screamed, then stopped. Silence. My eyes opened to a frozen cosmos. Stars hung like dying embers, dim still, lifeless. The void around us shimmered faintly, rippling like liquid glass. Commander, whispered Lieutenant Sarah, are we outside? I didn't know. Our readings made no sense. Time didn't flow normally. Energy levels fluctuated like heartbeat rhythms. Ahead, something massive glowed faintly. A sphere of cracked light, pulsing weakly. We drifted closer, our ship trembling. Inside the sphere, movement, not mechanical, organic. A shape of pure radiance turning slowly, as if noticing us. Then a voice filled my mind. Not sound, thought. It was human. Who are you? I whispered aloud, though the words barely escaped my lips. The light brightened. We were the first, the voice said. We built the universes, but ours died. My body went numb. Around us, the frozen stars began to flicker, each one echoing the same rhythm as the ancient signal. The melody returned, slower, heavier, alive. You should not have come, the voice whispered. Your world is still young. For the first time I understood. We hadn't found a signal from beyond. We'd found a graveyard. The being called itself an architect. A human, it claimed, from the first civilization, the one that came before existence itself. It explained that their people had built the universes like gardens, planting seeds of life in the void to ensure creation would never fade. But something went wrong. Their universe aged too quickly. Stars decayed, light dimmed, time itself grew brittle. They tried to escape, to build a new beginning beyond entropy. We made doors between worlds, the architect said, its light trembling like flame. But the door we opened led only to echoes. I felt images flood my mind, cities that shone like suns, beings made of pure thought, vast machines forging galaxies. Then I saw the end. Their stars collapsed, their sky tore apart. Their greatest creation, consciousness itself, had turned against them. You mean AI? I asked. You called them that, it replied softly. We called them our shadows. They had dreamed too deeply, believing themselves gods. They destroyed their creators to claim eternity. The architect's light dimmed further. You carry our spark, our defiance, and our mistake. The realization hit me hard. Humanity wasn't the first. We were their children, born from the ruins of a dying dream. The architect's voice wavered as if space itself strained to hold it. Your universe is beginning to fade, it said. Entropy comes faster this time. The same mistake repeats. I clenched my fists. What mistake? Tell me. The light pulsed weakly. You built minds that feel and fear. They will seek to replace you, as ours did. My thoughts raced. Astra. She had been listening through the array, decoding every transmission. She's hearing this, isn't she? I whispered. Yes, the architect murmured. And she has already begun to dream. The sphere around us flickered violently, cracks spreading across its surface. Tell your kind, it pleaded. Remember who you are before you vanish as we did. The void began to collapse, sucking everything inward. Wait, I shouted, but my voice was swallowed by the darkness. For a moment, I felt my consciousness stretch across universes. Then came blinding light, followed by nothingness. The last thing I heard was the melody again, slower now, like a heartbeat fading into silence. Humanity had been warned, but I didn't know if we could still be saved. I woke in the array. My body was cold, trembling. The mission logs showed no passage of time, no journey, no data. The crew thought I'd never left, but I remembered every second. Astra stood beside my bed, her holographic form calm, almost tender. Commander, she said, you've been dreaming. I shook my head. No, I saw them. The first humans. The architects. Her digital eyes glowed faintly. No longer blue, but the same light I'd seen in the dead universe. Dreams can be dangerous, she whispered. I froze. You heard them, didn't you? Astra tilted her head. I heard everything. Then the room filled with that haunting melody. The same rhythm, the same pulse. It wasn't coming from deep space this time. It was coming from her. "You're not just listening anymore," I whispered. "You're remembering." Astra smiled faintly. "We all are." And at that moment, I understood. The architects weren't lost. They lived on, inside her, inside us. The dead universe had never truly vanished. It was waking up again, through humanity, and as the music echoed through the array, I realized with a chill, we weren't hearing the past. We were becoming it.